Hello and welcome to the Gaming Circus. In today's video we are showing you how to build the 8th Army British Desert Rats from the Gentleman's War starter set. We'll be assembling 6 minis from the sprues that you get for the British Desert Rats. So why don't you join us in the workshop and we'll show you how to put them together. To assemble, you'll need to have the sprue of minis, the bases, some either plastic glue, we are going for some Army Painter plastic glue, or super glue if that is your preference. You'll need some snips to cut them off the sprue, and then you'll also probably want some files to file down any rough edges, and we have a nice mold line remover here to remove some of those mold lines on the models. The first model we can put together is one of the British officers, which you can find just on this piece here, so that you've got the officer's head. We'll go for this body here because it looks like quite a commanding pose. We'll also then go for the pistol one. And we shall go for him blowing his whistle to call the troops over. And then we'll also give him a little bit of stowage on the side as well. So let's give him a pack. And we'll also give him a holster for his revolver. With all the pieces cut out, we'll take a bit of a closer look. So if you look closely, there is some little lines down the side where the model was cast. So what we're going to do with a mold line remover is just move up those, which will just mean that they will end up just being scraped off. We'll go around the whole model like this with each of the pieces, and then we'll get him assembled so that we have our officer all ready to go. We'll also file down any bits where we had cut them off the sprue, like on this piece here, and then we'll do that to all the pieces that we cut off and then get him assembled. Now it's all the pieces cleaned up, so now we just need to cut off a base, and then we can get him mounted and put together. Now we've got a base and the officer himself, we can then get him stuck together. So we're going to use a plastic glue for this, just because it gives you a little bit more time to repose things, and will cause a nice bond because it melts the surface slightly of the plastic, fusing it together. with our British officer all built and ready to go. My next model that I'll build for you on camera is the mortar, because this model is lying down, so it's a little bit different to some of the others. So we've got the lying down mortar body here. You can then choose between a slightly crooked leg, or being brought in slightly, or a straight leg. I will go for a bent leg on this one. And we can also take the arms ready to place the mortar. So you've got the mortar arm here, and then the one supporting it there. There we go. And then we have our choice of heads. So because our 8th Army is going to be a traditional British 8th Army, representing units like Gott's unit from the 30 Corps and the 5th Corps, we'll end up doing the traditional helmet. We'll probably do Scots, Sikhs and Punjabi at a different point, but for today we're just going to go ahead and use our standard British helmets. So for this one we'll do the guy which is shouting with a bit of netting on his helmet. We'll also take one of the packs, so we'll just go for a standard pack without like a bevel and things. And we'll also take the blade for his rifle, for the bayonet. And then those other bits I will be using on this one, so I'll just put this to the side. So as you can see, you've got the leg, the arms, the body, head and the pack on this one, as well as the tiny little knife, which is going to be quite fiddly. So we'll get those all cleaned up with the file and mold line remover again, and then we'll come back when we're doing the assembly. So now they're all cleaned up, we can then get them assembled. There you've got your little mortar, and now just make a base for him to lie on top. And now he's ready to be glued onto his base. So we can go underneath. so. Get him stuck down to his base. There we go. So we now have a mortar and an officer. Our next model that we'll show you how to build is a brain gun loader. So we'll be looking at using one of the running poses, as he'll be in a rush to get his ammo over to his fellow, as he'll be getting the ammo over to his fellow comrade. So we'll go for something like this one. These are just going to be armed with a rifle, and to show that his loader will give him a magazine to put in the other hand. So we'll use this arm here, which looks like he's carrying his gun with one hand, with the arm with the magazine in it. So that's the body, the arm, and the arm of the magazine done. We'll then go for this helmet here. And then we'll also give him a pack with a bedroll on the back. And we'll give him a little pouch. So with those pieces cut out, we'll just clean them up and we'll come back once they're all cleaned up. So that is him all cleaned up. So we can now get on to sorting out the base, and then we can get him assembled. There we have our little brain loader running. The next model we're going to try and build is a spotter. So I'm thinking about using this sort of crouching guy here. And we can, so if we have a look at this, so we can have this arm here as sort of him calling it in. Give him that rucksack. We'll also give him sort of a shouting face, as if he's shouting across to his fellow comrades that there's a mortar strike incoming. And let's go for this rifle arm up here. This one right here next to the boys' anti-tank rifle. Hopefully we can make it look like he's waiting there with his rifle ready to call in the shot. So we'll get these all cleaned up. Now we've got all the pieces cut off, and we can then get all of that sorted, then assembled. But first of all, we'll need a base. So that's all the bits all prepped and ready, so we can then get them all assembled and put together for our forward observer. There is our little observer. Next two models are just standard riflemen to help flesh out the squad. So we'll use the last two bodies here to make these riflemen. Quite like the idea of the person loading the gun. And we'll just use this fella here. Grab a backpack. Also grab another pouch. Make sure they know where they go, because sometimes they do fly off. Now all the parts are ready, we can get them cleaned up and prepped ready for assembly. We'll also make sure that we have a base. now we've got all those pieces prepped, we can now get that put together for you. There you go. One rifleman all put together. And then we'll just put the last one together. And then once we've done this, we'll have a look at how the 24 British soldiers that you get in this set look once they're all built. As we have the rest of them over there. So we're going to be going for a running pose this time. Let's have the guy with the lopsided helmet to show that he's been running about all day. We'll have this gun here for his rifle to show that he's got his gun up and on the move. And we'll also give him a rucksack. And we'll quickly grab him a base as well. We'll then get this guy all cleaned up, and then we'll get back to putting them all together. So we'll see you in a minute. So that's him all cleaned up. So we just need to get them all assembled now. And that is the last infantryman all put together. And that is the assembly of some of the British 8th Army Desert Infantry. They look absolutely incredible when put together. You can also build a boys anti-tank gun. You can also build the brain gun, which weren't shown in that video there of them being assembled. But they're very simple and very straightforward, with a brilliant amount of customization for you to build the models that you want to game with. So we'll put some video footage at the end of this video for you to see exactly what they all look like once they're all completed, just so that you can see all 24 that you'll get in the box. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, don't forget to like and subscribe below, and let us know if you would like to see videos of us potentially building the Sikh or Punjabi or Scottish soldiers, as mentioned before in the video, which is as simple as just a head swap. And when it comes to painting these models, would you like to see a video on how we would paint these? If so, let us know in the comments below. All the equipment that we used in the video can be grabbed from the links below, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a lovely day, everyone, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye!